Okay, so we're going to be taking a deep dive into Ange Dove's business coaching model today.
Sounds good.
We've got her website pulled up here. And you know what's really interesting right off the bat is it's not just about, like starting any old business. It's this whole idea of building a business that gives you freedom and flexibility.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely tapping into that whole, work from anywhere movement. A lot of people looking for alternatives to that traditional 9 to 5 grind.
Right. It's like that dream of what if I could work from a beach in Bali? Or,
Mhm.
even just what if I could set my own hours?
Exactly. And she's really smart about how she positions herself. She's not just a business coach. She's also a messaging strategist.
Okay, so it's not just about the how-to of business, but the how to communicate it.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
about crafting a story that attracts the right clients.
That's really interesting. And it seems like she's not just talking to, seasoned entrepreneurs here. She's reaching out to people who are maybe feeling stuck in their careers, or maybe dreaming of a big change, or even those who are, close to retirement, but not ready to slow down.
Yeah, I noticed she uses that phrase, the next chapter, quite a bit on her website,
Mm.
which I think is really clever because it speaks to that sense of, wanting something more.
Yeah, and she actually lists out some of the people she's targeting, and it's a pretty diverse group. She's talking to folks stuck in jobs, they hate people working from home who realize they could be doing that for themselves, those approaching retirement.
People who already have some expertise, but aren't sure how to build an online presence.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense that she's speaking to anyone who feels like they have more to offer, but they just don't know where to start.
Right, and she really hones in on those pain points that so many of us experience, like feeling undervalued or, not having enough control over our time.
Or just that nagging feeling that there's got to be more to life than this.
Yeah, that's a big one.
And she goes beyond just acknowledging those desires. She actually offers a solution.
And what is that?
Her core message is you can be your own boss. You don't need prior experience. You don't have to be a tech wizard. You just need the right guidance and support.
So it's about empowerment.
Exactly. It's about giving people the tools and the belief that they can create a life they love on their own terms.
And I see she has this framework she calls get ready, get seen, get business.
Yeah, that seems to be the core of her approach. It's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
breaking down the process of building a business into these 3 manageable stages.
And each stage builds on the last one, so it creates this roadmap to success.
And this get ready stage seems particularly important because it's all about setting the foundation.
So it's not just about jumping in head first.
Right, it's about defining your brand, crafting your message, and putting systems in place.
That makes sense because you need a strong foundation if you want to build something that lasts.
And this is where I think she goes beyond those typical make money online courses. She's emphasizing building a real business, not just a side hustle.
Oh, yeah, and she mentions these 6 key business pillars that she focuses on.
Right. But instead of just listing them out, I think it's more impactful to highlight 1 or 2 that might be especially relevant to our listeners.
Okay, so which ones stand out to you?
Well, she talks a lot about having a rock-solid mindset because, let's face it, starting a business can be tough. There will be ups and downs, and she wants to make sure you have the mental fortitude to weather the storms.
That's so important. A lot of people underestimate the emotional side of entrepreneurship.
It's not just about strategy and tactics. It's about having the resilience to keep going when things get tough.
And does she offer different ways to work with her?
Yeah, it looks like she has several options from one-on-one coaching to group programs, even a membership community.
So there's something for everyone.
Exactly. She seems to understand that different people learn and thrive in different environments.
And I'm seeing she has this Telegram channel called The Next Chapter,
Oh, yeah, that's specifically for new business builders to connect and support each other.
which is such a great idea because starting a business can be isolating, especially if you're working from home or traveling.
It's like having a virtual cheerleading squad cheering you on every step of the way.
And it's not just about the emotional support either. There's real value in being part of a community of like-minded individuals.
Right. You can share ideas, get feedback, and learn from each other's experiences.
It's like having a built-in network of mentors and collaborators right at your fingertips.
Exactly. And one thing that struck me about Ange's approach is that she's not just about theory. She's about practical, actionable advice.
It seems like her experience really shines through there.
Yeah, she's been in business for 20 years and she's seen it all. She's not afraid to share her mistakes and lessons learned, which makes her even more relatable.
20 years is a long time, especially in the online world. Things change so quickly.
So what are some of the key insights she's gained over the years?
Well, she talks about noticing patterns in both successful and unsuccessful entrepreneurs. And she's used that knowledge to develop her coaching.
Like what kind of patterns?
For example, she's noticed that successful entrepreneurs tend to be incredibly resilient. They don't let setbacks derail them. They learn from them and keep moving forward.
It's like they have that inner compass that keeps them pointed in the right direction.
And she really emphasizes developing that resilience, that growth mindset.
That's crucial for anyone starting a business.
Yeah, because it's not going to be easy. There will be challenges.
And that's where her coaching comes in, providing that structure and support.
Like a personal trainer for your business,
I like that analogy.
helping you reach your full potential.
And have we even mentioned the client testimonials on her website? The stories are incredible.
I know, right? It's one thing to hear Ange talk about her framework, but it's another to see real people who have used it to achieve real results.
And the stories are so diverse. We're talking about career professionals, side hustlers, existing business owners.
Even retirees who have found a new passion through entrepreneurship.
It speaks to the versatility of her approach.
It's not one size fits all. It's about adapting the framework to each person's unique goals.
What I find so inspiring is that she's not just helping people make money, she's helping them create lives that are aligned with their values and their passions.
It's about finding that sweet spot where purpose and profit intersect.
So after diving into all this information about Ange Dove, I'm starting to understand why she's so successful. She's offering a compelling vision, a clear framework, and a ton of support.
It's a powerful combination.
And she's not just throwing information at people, she's providing real-world solutions like finding and using easy tech tools, which can be a big barrier for some people.
Simplifying the technical stuff makes the whole thing less intimidating.
Exactly. And she even offers done-for-you services for things like branding and website design.
It's like she's thought of everything.
Right. She's catering to a range of needs and skill levels.
So whether you're tech savvy or need more hand-holding, she has a service for you.
It's about meeting people where they are and helping them reach their goals.
And it all comes back to that core message. You are the boss.
Taking ownership of your life and your work.
Creating a business that aligns with your values.
Pretty inspiring stuff.
Definitely. It's a message of empowerment and possibility.
Breaking free from that 9-to-5 grind.
Creating a life that's both fulfilling and financially rewarding.
Ange Dove is offering a path to do just that, and she makes it feel achievable.
And it's not just about the money either.
Right. It's about the freedom and flexibility.
Designing a lifestyle that works for you, not the other way around.
I think we've covered a lot of ground here, but I'm curious what really stood out to you about Ange Dove's approach so far.
Yeah, it's that desire to not have work be the thing that dictates your every waking moment.
It's interesting because, when I first heard about this business from anywhere thing, I was a little skeptical. I thought that's only for like digital nomads or, tech people. But looking at Ange's clients, it seems like it really can work for anyone.
That's what's cool about it.
Yeah.
She's worked with coaches, consultants, artists, authors, even people who just started with a hobby and turned it into a business.
So it's not limited to any one industry or type of person.
Exactly. It's about taking your skills and passions and finding a way to share them with the world.
Which brings us to that get seen stage of her framework. Once you have that solid foundation, you need to figure out how to get your message out there.
Right. It's about attracting those ideal clients.
But it's not just about traditional marketing tactics, right?
Hey, not exactly. Ange talks a lot about building a personal brand.
So it's more about connecting with people on an emotional level.
It's about creating a tribe of followers who resonate with your values and your message.
So it's about crafting a compelling story.
Exactly. And that's where her background as a messaging strategist comes in handy.
Don't just tell people what you do. Tell them why you do it.
Let your personality shine through. Just share your passion.
Authenticity is key.
People can spot a fake a mile away.
You know what else I thought was interesting?
What's that?
She mentions finding and using easy tech tools, which can be a huge hurdle for some people.
Especially those who aren't super tech savvy.
Like, they think you need to be a coding genius to have a successful online business.
But Ange emphasizes that there are simple, user-friendly tools out there.
It's about making it accessible to everyone.
Exactly, taking away those barriers to entry.
Okay, so let's talk about her call to action.
Yeah, she offers a few different ways to engage with her, right?
You can schedule a call, take a 5-minute assessment.
Even check out her blog or podcast for more info.
I think that free assessment is a great place to start.
Yeah, it's a low-pressure way to see if her approach resonates with you.
Like a little taste test.
It reminds me how Ange emphasizes building a sustainable business, not just a quick fix.
It's about those 6 business pillars.
It's long-term thinking, building something that lasts.
And one of those pillars is financial clarity,
Making sure your business is profitable,
which can be the least fun part for a lot of people.
especially creative types.
But it's crucial.
It's about understanding your numbers, tracking your income and expenses.
And she provides strategies even if you're not a numbers person.
It's demystifying the financial side of things.
And making sure you're compensated fairly for the value you provide.
Because you deserve to be paid what you're worth.
Exactly. She even offers support with sales funnels and payment processing.
She's really trying to make it as easy as possible.
So you can focus on what you're good at.
And you know what I find really inspiring is her personal story.
Yeah, she started her business 20 years ago.
With no experience, 2 young kids, and a full-time job.
Talk about walking the talk.
If she can do it, anyone can.
And she's open about the struggles she faced along the way.
Which makes her story even more relatable.
It's like she's saying, look, I get it, it's not easy, but it's possible.
And I'm here to help you.
And that brings us back to that whole mindset piece.
Believing in yourself, having the resilience to keep going.
It's not just about the strategy, it's about the inner game.
And her coaching provides that support and accountability.
She's created this whole ecosystem of support.
From the framework to the community to the done-for-you services.
It's a holistic approach.
Addressing both the practical and the emotional sides of building a business.
It's really impressive.
So after learning all this about Ange Dove, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty inspired and optimistic.
Me too. It's clear that she's built something special.
A business and a movement.
It's about empowering people to create lives they love.
On their own terms.
And that's a message that resonates with a lot of people.
You are the boss.
Take ownership of your life and your work.
It's a powerful message.
Especially in today's world.
I think we've covered a lot of ground here, but I'm curious what really stood out to you about Ange Dove's approach.
For me, it's how she reframes retirement. Like, it's not about slowing down. It's about stepping into something new.
Yeah, I love that rewirement thing she talks about.
It's not about retiring from something. It's retiring to something.
Finding that second act.
Exactly. And she has those client stories about people like Mary, who retired from a corporate job and started a coaching business.
And now she's happier than ever.
It's amazing how Ange helps people find that purpose.
It's not just about the money. It's about doing work that matters.
And feeling good about what you do.
Aligning your work with your values.
And that's where her personal branding stuff comes in.
Creating a message that feels authentic to you.
So you're not just selling something you actually believe in.
You know, looking back on everything we've talked about, it seems like Ange has figured out this whole work-life balance thing.
She's found that balance between passion, purpose, and profit.
She's created a blueprint for a meaningful and sustainable life.
And she's sharing it with everyone.
It's really inspiring to see.
It's a reminder that we can create the lives we want.
Even if it means breaking the mold.
That's the beauty of entrepreneurship.
Taking control of your destiny.
Building something from scratch.
So if you're feeling that tug that there's got to be more to life, maybe Ange Dove's approach is worth checking out.
Definitely, she has tons of resources on her website.
Blog posts, podcasts, free assessments.
And if you're ready to take the leap, her coaching programs provide that extra support.
So after this deep dive into Ange Dove's world, I want to leave you with this question. If you could design your ideal workday, what would it look like?
What would you be doing?
And most importantly, how would it feel?
Ange Dove's approach might just be the key to making that happen.
That's a great point. I think we'll leave it there for today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. And remember, you have the power to create a life and career that you truly love.
It might take some effort, but it's possible.
Keep dreaming, keep exploring, and keep believing in yourself.
We'll see you next time.